Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all my fellow friends and also to my beloved Sir Azman Ali. So today we are from group 5. We will present about explain the incentive provided for our industrial sector and why do you think they are important? So, I will be the first presenter. My name is Fatima Az-Zahra binti Nazri. I will explain about the incentive provided for our industrial sector. So, including incentive provided for our industrial sector, which is in light of the problem faced by the firm, the industrial sector are at the general level, as well as the problems specific to heavy industries as small and medium-sized entities, which is SMEs. Policymakers have produced 3 master plan intended to address said problem. So, the master plan are Industrial Master Plan 1, IMP1, which is in 1986 until 1995. Industrial Master Plan 2, IM2, 1996 until 2005. And Industrial Master Plan 3, which is 2006 until 2020, which is now. Since the period of implementation for all 3 policies are longer than 6 years, they may be considered to be long-term policy, each of which attempts to address industrial problems specific to the period. So, to explain the incentive provided for our industrial sector, this is including in every industrial master plan, which is from IMP1 until IMP3. So the first point in incentive provided for our industrial sector is diversify export and further encourage import substitution. In order to increase the variety of producers engaging the export marketing, existing exporters were limited to process resources and didn't involve the production of significant high value added output. So, therefore, government encourage import because it has various benefits such as greater employment, technology transfer, and also development of indigenous capability. So, second, transforming natural resources into intermediate products. Okay, particularly in manufacturing subsector, the firms usually import components and resources for its production. As the country enriched in natural resources, then can be turned into valuable intermediate goods. For example, iron ore and manganese mining and processing is the main in steel production. This could be used as virtual input in automotive and construction industry. Okay, so that's for all for me. From me, I will continue to the others. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alina binti Muhammad Lanimiyah. So I will continue with the third incentives that provide our industrial sector, which is invigorate R&D activities in both private and public establishments. The role of pushing for R&D activities mainly rests with the Malaysian Industrial Development Authority, MIDA. MIDA assists manufacturers in terms of seeking investment opportunities as well as joint ventures. This will energize R&D activities by linking investments with productive resource and creating innovations in output and production process. Fourth incentives is global orientation. Manufacturers are encouraged to engage in the global economy through all stage productions. The design could be made in the United States. Part and components could be obtained from Indonesia. The assembly could be done in Malaysia. And finally, the finished or semi-finished goods could be exported to China.
Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera to Sir Azman and my fellow friends. I am Siti Zalika binti Syahrudin, will be the third presenter that will presenting the last initiatives that provide our industrial sector. To ensure the industrial growth contributes to equitable distribution and balanced regional development, there are three initiatives which are developing Bumiputra human capital that promote growth of the Bumiputra businesses and will increase their income. Next is advancing technology to stimulate total factor productivity of new businesses and enhance the ability to gain profitability in Bumiputra businesses. And last but not least is organizing potential growth of the Bumiputra commercial and industrial community BCIC through balanced regional development and development of regional corridors.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nur Shahira binti Kafi and I am the fourth presenter in this group. So today I will explain about the importance of industrial sector in our country. So for my first point is to reduce unemployment problems. Okay, here it is because industrial sector that we call it as secondary sector is a big sector in our country. In this sector, it makes complete product that can be utilized. For the example of industrial sector is manufacturing sector. In this sector, there will be many job opportunities that have and because of that, it will help to reduce the unemployment rate in our country. So for my second point is contribution to GDP, or we call it as gross domestic product. Okay, so why we say it contribute to the GDP? It is because we export many finished products to other countries. Because of that, it contribute many in GDP. As I'm doing research, in 2019, industrial sector contribute approximately about 37.42%, and it become the second highest sector that contribute to our country GDP after service sector. So that's only from me, and I will pass it to our next presenter, Atira.
So we continue to the importance of industrial sector, which is helpful in agriculture development. Industrial sector importance to agriculture sector because the industry provide machinery like tractors and modern input to the agriculture sector. Farmer has given boost to the economic development in the country because their income increase the yield of crop per hectare. It also improves the working and lifestyle of the farmers. For example, Malaysia had introduced the Agriculture 4.0, which is to modernize farm and smart enterprise. Agricultural activities are relying on digital and connected technologies that enable farmers to have greater control over their operation. As we can see, Most of the modern farmers use the technologies to improve the production, such as they use drone to spread seeds and fertilizer. Okay, next is contribute to the export of the country. Export are the goods and services produced in one country and purchased by residents of another country. Why a country must export their product? It is because the more a country export their, that means the country has more production, jobs, and revenue. Other than that, the purpose of export is most of the developing countries are earning foreign currency, which they can import foreign products that they are not able to manufacture at their country. For example, in 2019, electrical machinery equipment are the highest dollar value in Malaysia. Global shipment in terms of overall export from Malaysia, which is about 34.4% of the total export. Furthermore, export bring money into the country, which lead to the increase in GDP. Okay, that's all for the importance of industrial sector.